These are the questions I'm going to work through. So if you like, before you start the video, you can try and work those through, pause the video, and then come back and check your answers and check your method after you've given them a go. Okay, so either you're back now having tried them, or you're just working through them now with me. So the first one, addition. We're adding 34.279 and 143.04. Now, thankfully, we have calculators that do a lot of this for us, but it's always a good idea to know how to do things in case you don't have your calculator or in case you're required to show your method. So the thing with addition and subtraction of decimals is to line up the decimal points. Okay, line up the decimal points. So let's see, we've got 34.279 plus 100, oh, see, I didn't do it there. 34.279 minus 143.04. Do you see the way the second time I did that, I made sure the decimal places were in line. So there they are, all lined up. And you can't see that very well, can you? But anyway, do you notice also that because this is just 0.04, there's 2 decimal places, and this is 279, there's 3 decimal places. I'm actually going to sub in a 0 here to make sure they both have the same number of decimal places. So 9 and 0 is 9, 7 and 4 is 11, put down 1 and carry, 1, 2 and 1 is 3, put the decimal place in, 4 and 3 is 7, 3 and 4 is 7 and 1. So the answer there is 177.319. Okay, question 2, subtracting. So it's subtraction as with addition. The important thing is to make sure you line up the decimal places. So we've got 2,042.98 minus 1,027.39. Okay, so let's set it up here. 242.98, 1027.39. Add them. So 8 and 9 is 17, 9 and 3 is 12 and 1 is 13, 2 and 7 and 9 is 1 is 10, 4 and 2 is 6 and 1 is 7, 0 and 0. So the answer is 3070.37. Okay, so with addition and subtraction of decimals, they're just the same as normal addition or subtraction of numbers, but the key thing is to line up the decimal places. Now, multiplying by 10, by 100, and by 1000. So with the multiplication, 3, 4, 5. This are the 3 questions we have. The number we're multiplying is 34.9345. Now, usually in maths, we don't have things to 3 or 4 decimal places. We normally just do to 2 decimal places. But for the sake of this video, we will go to more decimal places. Okay, let's just move in a bit closer so it's not so small. I better focus it then again. Okay, and there's Yoda back. Okay, so multiplying by 10. When we multiply by 10, 100, or 1000. We move the decimal point that way. Okay, so to the right. So multiplying this by 10, we're going to move the decimal point 1 place to the right. So that is going to become 349, and that's where my decimal point is here now. 349.345. 10 by 34, yeah, it's about 340, that makes sense. Here we're going to move it 2 places to the right. So it's going to be 3,493.45. So it's a good bit bigger. And then for this one, we're going to move it 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 3,493.4.5. So 34,934.5. So multiplying by 10, by 100, or by 1000, we move the decimal point 1 place, 2 places, or 3 places to the right. Division, if we're going to divide by 10, or divide by 100, or divide by 1000, we move the decimal point, but this time we're making the number smaller. So we're moving the decimal point to the left. Okay, so division, move the decimal point to the left, if you can see that. Okay, so here dividing by 10, going to move it 1 place. 3.49345. Here we're going to move it 2 places. As you can see, the number's getting very small now. Now it's 0.349345. We're actually going to put a 0 in there at the start, just so that's obvious that we have a decimal point. And now here we're going to have to do something else again, because if you see here, so we've got 349,345. The decimal started here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So I actually have to put a 0 in here to show that the 3 is 3/100ths and not 3/10ths. Okay, so that's what happens when we divide by 1,000. Okay, and then finally we've got some multiplication. I'm just going to turn the page here. Actually, no, no, I don't think I'll fit them on here. So let's turn the page for multiplication. So the first question was multiply 1.5 by 6. And the second question was multiply 1.5 by 6.3. And the third question was multiply 234.6. Wow, I made this last one nasty, didn't I? By 3.25. By 3.25. Let's just check that's in focus. So with multiplication, it's just like long multiplication in general, but we've got to work out where the decimal point goes. Now let's do a guesstimate here, an estimate. So an estimate here, I'm multiplying 6 by 1, which would be 6. I'm actually multiplying it by 1.5, which if 1.5, so 1 lot of 6 and then half of 6, that would give me 9. So my estimate is 9. And let's just check and see. 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are 6, and 3 is 9. Okay, now my answer is not 90. My answer I know is going to be 9. There's one decimal place here. One decimal place. There's no decimal places here. So my answer's got one decimal place. So my answer has the same number of decimal places in the answer as there were all together in all the numbers that I was multiplying. Let's see, I'll show you what I mean here. So 1.5 by 6.3. So 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3, and 1 is 4. 6 5s, oh, I need my 0. 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are 3, and 6 1s are 6, and 3 is 9. 5, 4. Now, again, my guesstimate, it's actually not that much difference to this one. So it's going to be about 9 is my answer. I've got 945. So my answer has to be around 9, so it's 9.45. But look and see, there's one decimal place, there's another decimal place. I've got 2 decimal places, and that makes sense. That's where my decimal point goes. Okay, my final one, 234.6 times 3.25. Now, I don't have to line up the decimal points because I'm going to work those out at the end. I've got 1 here and 2 here. So I would expect that my answer is going to have 3 decimal places. Let's do a guesstimate. I'm multiplying 3 by around 200, so around 600. So my answer is going to be somewhere in the order of 600 euro. It's not going to be 6,000 euro or 60 euro. It's going to be around 600 euro. So let's see how we get on. 5 6s are 30, 5 4s are 20, and 3 is 23. 5 3s are 15, and 2 is 17. 5 2s are 10, and 1 is 11. Put a 0, 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8, and 1 is 9, 2 3s are 6, and 2 2s are 4. Put another 2 zeros this time, 3 6s are 18, 3 4s are 12, and 1 is 13, 3 3s are 9, and 1 is 10, 3 2s are 6, and 1 is 7. Now I'm just going to make sure that I have the right numbers below. So I'm just making sure my columns are there so I know what numbers to add up. So these all add up as 0, 3 and 2 is 5, 7 and 9 is 16, and 8 is 24. 1 and 6 is 7, and 3 is 10, and 2 is 12. 1 and 4 is 5, and 1 is 6, and 7. So I've got the digits 762450 in my answer. Now, if you remember, I said the answer was going to be around 600. So is it going to be 762,450? Is it going to be 76,245? Is it going to be 7,624.5? Or is it going to be 762.45? Hopefully, you'll see it's going to be 762.45. But how would I know that if I hadn't done my estimate? 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places in total. So my answer has to have 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So there it is. Okay, I hope that helps. Bye.